Andrew, thanks so much. The breaking news out of Choctaw, and it is heartbreaking this morning. A massive barn fire, which actually is an animal rescue, and unfortunately, it's not really great news.
It's called Forever Friends Rescue near Reno and Henney. We know hundreds of animals were there. News 9's Alexis Young is live at the scene with the latest on the fire and the animals. Alexis.
Team, we have learned a lot in a matter of minutes. Now, we just spoke with the chief of police for Choctaw, and we also spoke with a volunteer. Now, here are the facts. Right now, we do not know the cause of this fire. What we do know is that the owner, Diane, she did wake up earlier this morning. She was doing her rounds around the barn. The barn is where she was actually keeping some of the animals, but the main thing that was inside that barn were supplies. She saw a floodlight come on, and then she noticed smoke, and that's when she ended up calling police because she did see a fire. Now, unfortunately, because there was a lot of hay, there was a lot of supplies, there was a lot of food, it did aid in this fire becoming huge. Now, in fact, when we arrived on scene, actually 10 miles outside of where we're at right now, which is the Forever Friends Rescue, we could actually see the bloom of the smoke. Now, the chief of police did tell us that the good news is not that many animals, or rather, let me rephrase that. More animals were saved than not. So there is a plus side on that. Unfortunately, though, there's always sadness when animals are lost. Now, Miss Diane is a lover of animals. This is actually her home. She was living here with her elderly mother. And again, this is a staple in the Choctaw community. They're actually the only rescue in this area. So whenever there's a lost dog, an abandoned dog, a, relinquished dog, this is the place where they take. Now, right now, as you can see behind me, if you guys are queuing back to me, you can see these volunteers are coming back inside. We've actually been seeing most of these animals start to come back out. But again, the community is coming out to help her. Now, we do want to tell you how you can help her. Now, right now, we are going to be listing some places later on. We're going to have a web article that tells you how you can donate. But she is looking for leashes. She's looking for collars. She's looking for pet supply. If you have hay that you can spare, she's also looking for that. Now, you can drop it off here. There's also a location in Edmond that they are setting up. Miss Kim's Boutique is also setting up a location at her spot as well that you can place donations. Again, we'll have a full list on our web article later on. Please please tune into that as well. But again, we're still learning as to what took place here. A sad situation, but the community is needing now your help in helping her out. Live in Choctaw, I'm Alexis Young for Oklahoma's Own News 9.
This is so sad, Alexis.
It's so heartbreaking. And Alexis, just the elements this morning. I mean, you've been out covering breaking news all morning for us. I mean, they're brutal, cold conditions out there. Just how are they hanging in there this morning?
Right now, Ms. Diane's biggest concern is getting the animals that can be saved out of here. Because again, like you mentioned, it's cold outside and not all of these dogs are bred for the snow. So her main thing is making sure that these animals don't get frostbite. Now, Ms. Diane did actually, and rather I do want to mention this actually, I should have mentioned earlier, Ms. Diane does have a bit of smoke inhalation. She is okay from what police say and from the volunteers, but she is receiving treatment for that. She is expected to be okay. But right now, they're just trying to manage not only the loss of that barn, but just getting those animals out to make sure they don't get frostbite. Because again, she had different types of animals. There wasn't any cats here from what volunteers are saying, but they do know there were some goats and there were some animals that were not, again, bred for the snow.
Again, it's Forever Friends Rescue. Follow their Facebook page for any updates on how to help. Alexis, great job out there. Thanks for that report.